Success International Language Services.
Hi students. The verb tense past simple, for example, I did, seems easy enough but can cause some confusion, especially if you know that you don't always use it for the past. We have a great and free video for you to answer this question once and for all about when to use past simple correctly. See you there. Today we'll talk a little bit about past simple. Past simple is typically used in English for one event, one activity that happened in the past. Not something that happened with frequency, but one event, okay? Or a series of events together at the same time, basically. For example, yesterday, Frank drank coffee. Last week, Mary read the newspaper. Last weekend, Bobby wrote a letter to his grandmother. And last month, Alice spoke to her friend frequently. Okay? Now, Alice spoke to her friend frequently obviously means that she did it more than one time. But we're talking about one group of events that happened together. She spoke to her friend, she spoke to her friend again, and she spoke to her friend again last month. So we're using the period last month to show that she did something. The same activity. In this case, and which is typical, is one activity. Frank drank coffee. Yesterday, Mary read the paper. Last week, Bobby wrote a letter to his grandmother last weekend. Basically this is not typically used, past simple is not typically used to show frequency of something. That would be present simple. This is one event that happened in the past. And basically that's it. It's pretty simple. But the complicated thing is that you students need to be sure that you study your irregular verbs. Verbs which are different in the past simple than they are in the present. For example, a regular verb like walk, to make it past simple, you put ed. Yesterday, he walked. Or, for example, watch TV. Yesterday, he watched TV. So a regular verb, you would put typically ed, at the end of the verb. Walk, and yesterday he walked. Watch, yesterday he watched TV. Irregular verbs typically do not have an ed ending. For example, the four verbs that I used here were irregular verbs. Drink coffee, he drank coffee. She reads the paper, she read the paper. He writes letters, he wrote a letter. She speaks to her friend, she spoke to her friend in the past. So it's very important for students to study the list of typically the top 100 irregular verbs, which are in most grammar books. At the back of your book, probably you'll find a list of the most commonly used irregular verbs. You need to study those to help you be able to talk about things in the past, or as we see later, also in the participle. Hope these videos were helpful to you. We have lots of more great videos for you every week. Please remember to like and subscribe, and ring the bell to receive notification. See you there. Bye.